Hello everyone, it's your boy Santa Dave once again. Today is the 7th of December, which means the puzzle advent calendar has been going strong for 1 week already. Let's see if we can keep up the hype right now with the 2x2x2 cat. This is a 2x2 cube that has been modified with a styrofoam cat on the outside, some epoxy paste to make the styrofoam somewhat hard. And yeah, this is my contribution for day 7 of the puzzle advent calendar. Come on, kitty. There you go. I hope you enjoy. The base product for this puzzle was a styrofoam cat that I found in a random online shop. I always love to experiment with new materials, so I decided to give it a shot to build a puzzle out of it. Usually I use epoxy sculpt, which is an epoxy putty, to build puzzles, but for this one I went with epoxy paste. It can be applied in thinner layers, so I thought it was a good idea to retain the cat shape as good as possible and save some weight in the process. I applied the mixed material to the styrofoam cat and made sure everything was covered well. The epoxy paste has a hardening time of about 24 hours, so I had enough time to work without any stress. The secret to the great finish of this puzzle is the safety solvent that softens the material up a little bit more and allows to smoothen out the surfaces better. I learned that it was the easiest to apply this with a glove and my fingers. This gave me the most control during the process. The result was a super shiny kitty cat that I left to cure overnight. Hello everyone! So this is a family-friendly channel, so you're not going to see me cut up a cat in front of your eyes. Just imagine I did this. And after that, because this is a little bit messy, I took some plastic sheet, because that's a bit less messy. I traced the inner surfaces of each piece with a marker on the plastic sheet, so that I only had to cut it out and glue it to the puzzle. The whole process was very time consuming, but absolutely necessary to have a functional puzzle that does not spray dust everywhere when you turn it. You can see here as well that I left out a square where the inner 2x2 mechanism will be placed, and this cutout is also present on the actual styrofoam pieces. I had measured out the size of the mechanism cube before and removed parts of the same size with an X-Acto knife. Small side note, super glue and styrofoam usually don't work well together, so make sure to use proper safety equipment if you want to recreate this. Then, to clean everything up, I had to carefully remove the excess plastic sheet with a Dremel. And all of a sudden, we have a Rubik's Cube that looks like a cat. In my other builds, I usually have to disassemble the entire puzzle, but because of this great 2x2 mechanism, I was able to leave the puzzle assembled and only remove the outer shell pieces. Another tricky thing, I had to make sure that the inner 2x2 pieces would be flush with the new puzzle pieces that I had created. Also, here you can get a little look at the mechanism and how easily the puzzle likes to fall apart when it's not glued together. At this point, it was already super satisfying to play with the puzzle, because what once used to be a block of styrofoam is now a beautiful kitty. Once I was satisfied with the basic shape, I took some 120 grit sandpaper and sanded down all outer surfaces of the puzzle. This won't be visible later on, but to be in peace with myself, I had to include this step. After spray painting, it was time for the final assembly of the puzzle. I glued the 8 outer shell pieces to the 2x2 mechanism and could finally hold the bare product in my hands. A functional and unstickered 2x2 cat puzzle that changes its shape when you turn it. Now the only thing left to do was to give her a warm coat. I chose self-adhesive felt as stickering material, since these wild 3-dimensional shapes are almost impossible to sticker conventionally. It was still a bit of a mess to sticker the puzzle, but overall it was not much worse than hand cutting stickers for any other cube. And what was 4 hours of cutting stickers for me is just going to be an amazing special effect for you now. Boom! And there we have it. The 2x2x2 cat. It looks so cool, I think. The felt on the outside was a little bit weird to apply. There are like 50 pieces or so in total. So it's a little bit messy if you look at it from really close up. But other than that, I think it turned out pretty good. So what's left to do now with this thing? 2 things. First of all, we need to compare it to another puzzle that I made last advent calendar. Give me a second, please. This is my puzzle from last year, the 2x2x3 Christmas stocking. So this is 100% epoxy sculpt, so really heavy, and this is styrofoam. Let's check out if that made any difference in the weight. Alright, let's see. So the cat weighs 188 grams and the Christmas stocking from last year 322 grams. So the cat is significantly lighter and therefore more fun to play with. So here we have the 2 puzzles. This is exactly the same to solve, even if it doesn't look like it. So let's do a checkerboard pattern real quick, which is one of the most famous patterns on all cubes, literally. Let's do it here. Amazing, right? Can you see it? Can you see the checkerboard? Can you see it? Okay. So yeah, this distorts the puzzle a lot, as you can see. It's a big shape-shifting puzzle. So what's left to do now? Let's speed solve it. I'm going to use a normal 2x2 scramble. So here we have the scramble puzzle. Kind of chaotic. Let's see if we can solve it. Just going to adjust a little bit. And let's go, boys. Okay, we see we have a half cat already here. Let's place this part here and then see where this takes us. Yeah, alright. Then we have a T-perm. No, it's not a T-perm. And now it's a T-perm. $133. I don't think that's too good for a 2x2, but I guess we take it. And that's it for day 7 of the puzzle advent calendar. Thank you very much for watching. Check out tomorrow's channel in the playlist down below. I'm going to link it somewhere here too, and I hope you enjoy. Take care, guys.